The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end.
Break.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. The Ravens at 3-4 on the year coming into play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Gibson again. He'll take this to the 46. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 40-yard line.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team can have any more confidence in handing him the football.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Gibson. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Shoot-jet bombers! Shoot-jet bombers!
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
A give up the middle to Gibson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Gibson will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. 1st down. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Play action, now it's Tua. That pass complete to Moore. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
7-7, our score after 1.
Ready?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Protein, Bill. Hey, back up, back up.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Rolling to his left. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
That was an interesting look.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. Now Lawrence. And he finds McLaurin, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just past the 35. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to pass. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Tua now on first down. Flush to his right. Got a man. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Colin Saunders in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here we go.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Uses the stiff arm. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Okay, right?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
Ready. Right, 97. Check, pick.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Ready, set.
On play action, here's Tua. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly, got a great break on the ball, and able to force that incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it right across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Albert Okwuegbunam, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And able to get this out to the 25.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. On 2nd and a couple, Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. There he goes, right side. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
In motion, the tight end. On second down, here's Gibson again. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, here's Gibson.
And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hey, exit. Yep.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Drake London.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score.
Gold with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Carlos Basham just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline. After
the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21 and up to about the 26-yard. Across the 25.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Come on, back. Shot, 17. Ready?
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Up the middle, it's Chubb.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now Tua. And that will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here we go, back.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on. In fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
97 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And some room to work.
Down the right sideline.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll run with Chubb. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Chubb again.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Tua going to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Darren Waller from 3 yards out.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the... The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Gets this to Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Tagovailoa.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Tua to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And Chubb will try the middle here. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Ravens,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.